What's going on, guys? This is Dynamic Duos here, and this is another MLB 12 30 clubs in now 15 weeks. We're going to be calling it 30 clubs in 15 weeks because someone kindly brought to my attention that if I did 30 clubs in 30 weeks, doing one video every week, lasting for 30 weeks, the season would be over or we'd be in the postseason. So I've decided to do 2 teams per week, and I hope this is going to make the process go a little bit quicker and we won't get into the postseason. So today we're doing the Boston Red Sox, the next team in the AL East. We did the Baltimore Orioles in the first episode, and if you missed that, maybe an annotation will pop up at this time. So the Red Sox are probably one of the most storied franchises in all of baseball. They've been at their Fenway Park since 1912. And before we get any further, I just wanted to let you guys know I'm playing. The game that's going right now is the game that they are playing today, Wednesday, April 25th, 2012. Clay Buchholz is on the mound for the Red Sox tonight, and then for the Twins, I think his name is Liam Hendricks, if I remember correctly. But no, I'm not going to be playing this, so I better speed this up just a little bit, because I was in a rush to get this video done because I was ready to get my franchise video out for you guys, which should be out before this video is even out. So that's a good thing for you guys, 2 videos in one day. But like I said, the Red Sox have been at Fenway Park since 1912. It had its 100th birthday, I think it was over the weekend. I think it was Saturday or Sunday against the Yankees. Boston won first World Series in 1903 against the Pittsburgh Pirates, and that was the very first World Series to be played in the Major League Baseball, whatever. One thing that you guys, you probably have heard of this, but you may not know the complete details of it if you're not, a diehard Red Sox fan. It's called the Curse of the Bambino. Now, the Boston Red Sox once had, one of the greatest players to ever play the game, Babe Ruth, and their owner decided to sell him to the Yankees. And, Red Sox fans say that from that day on, they were cursed to, never win a World Series or even make the postseason. But the Yankees went on to win, multiple World Series with Babe Ruth, and Babe Ruth ended up being the home run king for, a long period of time until Hank Aaron broke his record, and then Barry Bonds broke his record just a couple years ago, which I think should completely be disregarded because I think he did steroids, but that's my opinion. So the Curse of the Bambino was finally, I guess, broken, you could say, in 2004 when the Boston Red Sox won their first World Series in, a good long time. Then they won the World Series also in 2004. And of recent, the Red Sox are known probably to most people who aren't, Red Sox fans for their collapse in September along with the Atlanta Braves last season in 2011. They had a good-sized lead on the Tampa Bay Rays and then lost that wild card spot to the Tampa Bay Rays on the last day of the season. Now their roster looks like this. In left field they have Cody Ross. Marlon Byrd is in center field. He just came over from the Chicago Cubs in a trade that I believe the Red Sox sent Michael Bowden and a player to be named later to the Cubs. In right field they have Ryan Sweeney, who they signed in the offseason from the Oakland A's. Third base is Kevin Youkilis. Shortstop is Mike Aviles and Nick Punto. They kind of platoon over there at short. Second base is always going to be Dustin Pedroia. First base is Adrian Gonzalez, and then they have Lars Anderson, who I think is one of the better up-and-coming corner prospects in corner infield positions, I guess I should say. Then their DH is obviously David Ortiz, and I believe he could play some first base if they, really had to, but I doubt he'll play very much defense this year. The catcher is Jared Saltalamacchia, and then they also have Kelly Shopik, which I think he's also in a platoon. Those 2 players also kind of swap out frequently. Their rotation, in the 8th spot you have John Lester. Number 2 is Josh Beckett. 3 is Clay Buchholz. 4 is Felix Doubront. And 5 is Daniel Bard, who I believe is moving back to the bullpen. I believe I saw an article the other day that said that he is moving back to the bullpen because their bullpen has been absolutely atrocious this year. Their bullpen consists of Junichi Tozawa, Vicente Padilla, Scott Atchison, Matt Alberts, Franklin Morales, and their closer now is Alfredo Aceves, but it was Andrew Bailey, but he is now on the 60-day DL, out with some injury, as are multiple players on the DL. Carl Crawford is on the 15-day DL, along with Jacoby Ellsbury. So that's 2 starting outfielders who are on the DL now. Rich Hill is a starting pitcher who I believe could pitch out of the long relief spot in the bullpen. He's on the 15-day DL. And then 3 players on the 60-day DL. Bobby Jenks is a setup man, closer, if you needed him. Ryan Kalish is an outfielder. John Lackey is a starting pitcher. And they are all 3 on the 60-day DL. Another starting pitcher on the DL is Daisuke Matsuzaka and Andrew Miller, who also, like Rich Hill, can pitch out of the long relief spot. And then Jason Repko is another corner outfielder who is on the 15-day DL. So they have a lot of players on the DL, a lot more compared to the Orioles. And as we look at their, well, as you know, I kind of look at their record as of now. You know, they're not exactly performing up to par as everyone thought they would be. Definitely not to what, you know, I expected. I expected them to, you know, come out this year and, you know, be on fire and just absolutely have that fire to win and not, you know, come out as slow as they have. But it seems like they, this year it seems almost like an everyday thing. They get the lead and then, you know, the bullpen blows it late in the game and they end up losing. So, you know, I don't really know what to make of this. I guess they're just depleted from injuries right now, and they just don't know how to play without all these, you know, star players that they've had. But if we look, I'm looking back at their schedule, and you know, they lost a lot. They got swept by the Tigers, and then in the Blue Jays series, they lost 2 games out of 3, so they were 2 for 3. Then they swept. No, they won 3 out of 4 of the Rays, and then were swept in a 2-game series by the Rangers, and then they got beat 2 games by the Yankees, and then the 3rd one was postponed. And now they have beaten the Twins in back-to-back games, and they are playing them tonight, Wednesday, April 25th, at 8:10 at Target Field, which is the game you're seeing right now. So, looking at their schedule, they have, you know, a couple of easy series. Well, I wouldn't call them easy series, but they're not playing, you know, AL East, you know, teams that are very challenging. They have a 3-game series with the Athletics. They have a 3-game series with the Royals, 4 games with the Indians, and 2 with the Mariners. So, you know, not to say that those teams aren't, you know, exactly the best teams out there, but we all know that those teams are not going to surprise you. And, well, I'm not going to say that they won't beat the Red Sox, because the way that the Red Sox are playing right now, anything can happen with this team. You know, they could lose to anybody. Heck, the Braves could even beat them. I know. But thanks to whoever mentioned that I would be going into the postseason with this series if I went, you know, 30 weeks. That really helped me out. If you guys like this idea, please feel free to comment down below in the comments section, and do let me know if you're liking this series. And one last note, I am going to be continuing my road to the show. I recently got a couple of messages from people on PlayStation and on YouTube, and I even got a tweet on Twitter saying, you know, what happened to your road to the show? Why aren't you doing any road to the show? I've been really busy of recent. I've had a lot of schoolwork to do, and also you guys know my story with my laptop, so I will be getting back to, you know, a regular road to the show and franchise series or schedule. Excuse me. And I will be posting, you know, more regularly road to the show and franchise. I'm actually getting ready to go work on editing some road to the show clips for you guys, so don't feel that I'm, you know, just quitting that series. So that's going to be all for the gameplay. That's going to be all for me. I'll be signing out now. Next week we'll be doing the Yankees and the Tampa Bay Rays, I believe. And I may even throw in the Blue Jays just to get the AL East out of the way in 1 week. So I don't want to be doing, you know, an AL East team and then an AL Central, but I may not. I don't know. It depends on how I feel. So see you guys next time. Be on the lookout for some road to the show and more franchise videos. As always, thanks for watching. Drop that like button if you liked it, and if you haven't already, click that subscribe button. It really helps me out a lot, you know, further my channel. So thanks guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.